Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the last minute move that Pjanic is going to be making and exiting away from FC Barcelona. And then we're going to be lightly talking about Gavi. And then lastly, we are going to be talking about what Dembele had to say earlier today when it came to his obstacles, right, through his first 3 to 4 years at FC Barcelona. So it should be very interesting. But before we go into any of this, I do want to shout out to our sponsor for today, and that is going to be the OneFootball app. If you guys want to find out how I build these videos, where I get my information from when it comes to the Pjanic deal, what's currently going on with Gavi and Dembele, all of that information is going to be within the OneFootball app. So if you do want to follow a specific player operation or look at team stats, player stats, again, all of that is going to be compact within the OneFootball app. I do believe that this is going to be something that you guys would really enjoy. If you do want to download the OneFootball app, you can so by scanning the QR code that you do see here on the screen, and there's also going to be a link down below that'll take you straight to the app store. You can download the OneFootball app, set exactly who and what you do want to follow, and then you'll be set and done from there. Again, you guys will not be disappointed. You guys will love it. Let me know how it goes after this video is over. But now let's go back into the video and let's talk about Pjanic first, because again, there is a last minute move that could take place in the dying hours of the transfer window. And it does say here, according to Fabrizio Romano, Pjanic has received a proposal by Sharjah FC in UAE Pro League on a 3-year deal. It is up to the player whether he does want to move to this club, yes or no. And just for like more information, within this league that Pjanic might be going to, their transfer window is still open. They can still bring in players, which is why Barcelona can't sell players to a league such as this one. And then Fabrizio Romano continued to say that Pjanic is really tempted to moving to this club and a deal could be completed very soon. The final details are being discussed now between all parties. And keep in mind that this is going to be a permanent transfer. Pjanic will be officially leaving Barcelona forever, and he could potentially sign a 3-year contract. Now look, I understand this decision. I understand that Pjanic sees that he has no spot within this Barcelona team, mainly because if you actually pay attention to what has been going on within this club and who Xavi does prefer within the midfield and who are the main substitutions, you can see that Busquets, Gavi, and Pedri are the main starters. Like Frankie does not start over Pedri or Gavi. It is only Gavi, Pedri, and Busquets. That is his preferred midfield for this season, because this is a midfield that can control the ball, that has the ability to dispossess the ball from the opposition. And then when it comes to his preferred substitutions, it is Frankie and Kessie. And even if it's not Frankie or Kessie, he would much rather prefer to place Sergi Roberto after Frankie and Kessie. And so Pjanic was probably looking at this whole situation and saying, okay, I have no spot here. I have no way that I can break into this starting 11, not even as a substitution. And then you look at the list of players that has not received any minutes through the league season so far. It has been coming down to 3 players: Gerard Piqué, who has not played a single minute; Memphis Depay, who has also not played a single minute; and then lastly, it is Pjanic. Now, there is going to be a ripple effect. Like for example, if Pjanic does leave, this is going to allow more opportunities for players like Frankie and Kessie to play that central defensive midfield position, because the whole idea was for Pjanic to play within that position, because Xavi does trust Pjanic, and Xavi does believe that Pjanic understands how Barcelona should be playing and what his role should be and what he has to do. This is what Xavi did say about this player before the match between Barcelona and Sevilla did start. But now, seeing that Pjanic could be leaving, now Xavi's gonna have to say, okay, who else can I place as a substitution for Sergio Busquets this season? And again, it could come down to either Frankie or Kessie. So in the end, it's a little strange to me for Pjanic to make this move. I do believe that maybe one of the motives, besides even the minutes, for Pjanic to move away from this club could be maybe because of the salary. Maybe they're offering Pjanic around 9 million euros net per season. Who knows? But in the end, it's going to be benefiting Barcelona for the better. It's going to allow Barcelona to reduce their salary even more, which is the main objective for this club for the next like 10 to 12 months. And with Pjanic potentially leaving and going to a different club, the reduction of salary is going to be so high that it's going to allow Joan Laporta and Mateo Daman to register the renewals of Ronald Araujo and Gavi's renewal. And so yes, if you guys are wondering, did Araujo's contract renewal that was held a couple of months ago ever get registered within La Liga? No, it has never been registered. But with Pjanic leaving, that is what's going to allow Araujo's new contract to be within the league. And then as for Gavi, it does say here, according to Sique Rodriguez, that Barcelona and Gavi have already reached an agreement on a new contract for 4 seasons. The player is waiting for the club to call him to sign the new contract. He had interest from many other clubs, but his desire is to continue at Barcelona. So this is the way to move forward. Like, you take out the aging players and you bring the future in. Gavi's renewal is especially going to be very important because this is a player that can give us so much. Xavi already prefers Gavi as a starter within the midfield at the age of 17, 18 years old. And so it's important to renew this player because teams like Bayern Munich are very interested in Gavi. Gavi did not want to go to Bayern Munich. Gavi has made the effort to stay with this club, and mainly I do believe believe that one of the other factors on why Gavi has really been committed towards staying, even though a move to Bayern could have been very interesting to him, it is Ivan de la Peña who has given out a very important role towards Gavi staying, because this is the exact same agent of Eric Garcia and the player that we did talk about before, which is Yamal. So yes, Ivan de la Peña is the agent of Garcia, Yamal, and also Gavi. You can see that this agent is really keen on bringing the future to FC Barcelona and making sure that Barcelona do have the necessary tools to continue to be successful. And so you guys already know my prediction. Like, I think that with Pjanic potentially leaving, it's going to allow so much space within the salary department that I honestly think that Barcelona are gearing up towards bringing in Bernardo Silva later down this season, maybe in January 2023. Because look, the fact that Barcelona have held talks with Jorge Mendes, Manchester City, the fact that there was already an agreement between Bernardo Silva and FC Barcelona, the funds are there. La Liga just makes Barcelona look broke because they put a cap on their salaries, but the funds is there, it exists. And I think that Barcelona will continue to try and bring in this player because this is a player that Xavi Hernandez really does rate. And so that is my prediction. I strongly believe that we could see our midfield options being Busquets, Bernardo Silva, Frankie, Kessie, Gavi, and Pedri. And so now let's move on towards the next topic of today, and let's talk about Dembele, because what he did say earlier today was very interesting, and I do think that there is a player that can learn from what Dembele has been going through. And I'm going to be explaining exactly what I do mean by this. And so this is what Dembele had to say, and I quote, "I got to a situation where I was afraid of injuries. Every moment I thought I would get injured, but everything changed with the arrival of Ronald Koeman. The beginnings were very difficult, especially the first 3 years with injuries, good days and bad days. This is life. I came to Barcelona at the age of 20 years old, and I had to learn a lot because my experience was average in Rennes and Dortmund." Then the interviewer asked him, "Were you ever worried about leaving Barcelona within the past couple of months?" And this is what Dembele had to say. "No, never. I was always convinced that I would extend. I had a very good relationship with Xavi Hernandez, Joan Laporta, and Mateo Alemán. It's a matter of negotiations. These are the things of the football world. I didn't have any initial agreement with any other club. I told my agent all the time that I only want FC Barcelona. I always told Xavi that I wanted to continue here. It took a long time to extend my contract because of negotiation, but I always insisted that I wanted to stay in Barcelona, and in the end, we are all very, very happy." So here's the thing, right? What Dembele did say here was very, very important. One of the reasons why Dembele was getting injured so consistently within the first 3 years, it is because mentally he was just not there. He had a weak mentality, and when you have a weak mentality, you tend to get very nervous during games, during training sessions. Then tension starts to build within the body. Then your body is stressed, and once your body is stressed, you do encounter injuries. This is why it's very important for like every player in the world of football to always be confident in what they do. Like, why do you think players like Cristiano Ronaldo and Robert Lewandowski never got injured, or they rarely do get injured? That is because they're very confident in what they do on the pitch. They have elite mentality. And so we do have a player within Barcelona that is going through the exact same phase now, which is what Dembele did go through in the first 3 years, and that is Ansu Fati. He does get very nervous. There is tensions being built within this player, and he does get a lot of stress. You can just really tell through his body language and how he does act on and off the pitch. So everything that Dembele did say in this statement is exactly what Ansu Fati has been going through. And the fact that we're seeing Dembele growing within this club, being committed to FC Barcelona and Xavi Hernandez, that is a great thing. I strongly believe that now we do have a player that overcame the obstacles of what he was going through in the first 3 to 4 years. You can see that he has been creating a spectacular trio within that front three with Lewandowski and Rafinha. And for the first time ever, I honestly think that Dembele is becoming a leader and a protagonist within the front three, because if you really think about it, within the first 3 years, he was considered as like the fourth player to rely on to bring results. When he first came to Barcelona, it was always either Griezmann, Messi, or Luis Suarez. And as we continued through those years, more and more players from that list, which is again Griezmann, Messi, and Suarez, were slowly leaving. And now we are here under Xavi Hernandez, where now Dembele is considered as the first responder for the first time ever. Barcelona is looking forward towards Dembele delivering in order for Barcelona to be successful, and he has given the required numbers and bringing Barcelona a brand new face. So it does seem like this load that Dembele has to carry, it seems like it's nothing for him, because again, he does have the elite mentality for the first time ever in his career in FC Barcelona. And I hope that whatever he does and what he has been going through, he supports Ansu Fati and leads Ansu Fati towards greatness, because Ansu Fati really does need that. And in the end, Barcelona would be able to reap the benefits off of this chemistry that can be built. So that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.